In this tutorial we are going to learn to apply force to a rigid body. We will take the example of a sphere and apply an impulsive force to it. We click on Add Component and add the rigid body component. Since we don't want it, let us set the use gravity property to false. So, here we get the rigid body component like in this code and set use gravity to false. Now what we will do is that when the space key of keyboard is pressed we will apply a force to it in the form of an impulse. An impulsive force is applied once whenever it is triggered. We already have the script ready. So, in fixed update we will first sense for a keyboard input of space as in this line of code. When the space key is pressed, gravity is enabled to make it behave as in real world using this line of code. Next we add a rigid body force by calling the AddForce method of rigid body as in here. The AddForce method takes two parameters as input. One, the impulse vector, which defines the magnitude and direction of the force to be applied. Second is how to apply force to the rigid body. Since we are going to apply impulse, we set the force mode to impulse. Also, for first parameter we set the vector 3 value to a variable defined here as impulse vector. Let us run the game and see how impulse is applied to the sphere game object. On pressing space key we can see that an impulsive force is applied to the sphere and it gets thrown in the x and y direction. Due to gravity, sphere also moves down.